good. This is a very good lineup, and they got right out of the gate against the Diamondbacks last night. Dan Herron needs to come out, put a 0 on the board, and instill some confidence in his teammates.
He does so by firing strike one. As we mentioned, Taveras, huge night last night. 4 runs scored, 5 hits. This one to right field. That's Justin Upton. Over, under, and out for Jay Up as he puts that one away.
Taveras made an out.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
Didn't think he would.
Defensively, Burns, Young, and Upton. Reynolds, Ojeda, Lopez, and Weitzel. And behind the plate, Miguel Montero catching Dan Herron. Montero batting second in the lineup. More on that. But Augie Ojeda out there at short. One more start in all likelihood, and then spot start. Stephen Drew has been activated, as we told you. Drew available to pinch hit tonight. Hairston takes a strike right down the middle. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs.
These are the guys you have to keep off base. The speed. The guys that set the table for Votto. Phillips. Big Jay Bruce. Boy, standing down next to Jay Bruce. What a big kid he is.
There's a lot of big kids down there. Votto's another one. With that awesome power the other way. Fouled that one off, or did it get him? No, it got him on the wrist. You were hoping that it would get the bat.
First baseman number 19.
Ended up getting the forearm of Jerry Hairston. He'll take a painful trip to first base. Yep, that got him right on the forearm. That's a good call by a home plate umpire. Hunter Wendelstedt. That one got a nice hunk of Miguel Montero's mask as well.
Well, a dangerous hitter. He stands in the back of the batter's box. The Canadian-born Joey Votto takes a pitch to this low. 1-0 the count. Well, getting into that locker room and speaking with his teammates about what they think of him. Speaking with his manager what he thinks about him. And then talking to the young man himself. You'll hear from him in the next couple of days. There's a lot to like. Breaking ball, there's a lot to like about that. 1-1 the count.
Well, Hairston had a great jump and he stopped. Beautiful pitch to the outside corner with the breaking ball.
Danny, 3 stolen bases against while he's on the mound, 1 thrown out. Outfield still playing Votto to pull. Runner goes, and the pitch away. The throw not in time, and a stolen base there for Hairston, his second of the year. So now in scoring position. Like a tag might have got him in the eye or in the face. Remember, he got hit by a cutoff throw as well yesterday.
He almost got thrown out here. It's not a particularly great throw, but you see, wow, that tag might have gotten the noggin before the feet got in there. You can see Augie's showing it. I think he's actually out.
He's out.
Yeah, he's actually out. He took that tag right in the squash. He was actually out. It looked like he was safe by a lot, but the tag actually beat him. So the Diamondbacks get a tough break there.
Buries that fastball in. 2-2 the count to Votto. With no one on base, opponents hit 193 against Dan this year. With runners in scoring position, only 5 hits, a 156 batting average. Montero's got to be ready to block this pitch up. Split-fingered fastball, and it's fouled off.
What a pretty split finger there. Votto just able to stay alive. That's frustrating for a pitcher. You throw one of your best strikeout pitches right there. Bottom falls off of it. And yet the hitter stays alive.
See if he throws it again and bounces
He's
it.
been known to. He's been known to stay stubborn and to go back-to-back with pitches.
Fastball, and it's high. 3-2 the count to Votto. Brandon Phillips waits on deck. Votto last night, 2 for 4, a pair of RBIs. Leading the National League with that .381 batting average. Might just well throw him a split here. Breaking ball. And
What a pitch. What a great pitch.
Oh.
That's when you can execute any of your 3 quality pitches anytime, you're going to win a lot of baseball games. There's a 1-0 breaking ball. Now to the fastball on the stolen base. Inside with the fastball to eat him up. A great split. Votto stays alive. Miss. Now the backdoor breaking ball. Great stuff by Dan Heron. Fabulous.
That perspective there was really fun to watch, folks, only for this reason. To me, as Brandon Phillips is one more step in the right direction if he can get him. Breaking ball is high. To me, off the fingertips, the second to the last pitch and the last pitch look very similar. You see off the fingertips fastball away, but then boom, it's a breaking ball. He threw it right into that same plane. Every pitch has a purpose with him. You hope. If he's right, every pitch has a purpose. Cut fastball. That one looked about like a slider. That's how good that one was. Fastball, cut fastball, curveball. It's a hard curveball. Almost looks like a slider. And then, of course, the split-fingered fastball. Two and one the count. Timely hitting certainly has been an early forte. It's a small sample size there, but he's been very successful. Mike Zepp bat around, breaking ball. Did he?
I don't think so.
Boy, that was
Rob Drake.
That was a wicked pitch, though.
It really was. Somehow, Brandon Phillips was able to say no. I'm going to swing. You thought that was a swing?
Was it? No, I thought that crossed right at the knees, though, my friend. That's how good that pitch was.
Former hitter. That's a ball.
3-1. Should have been a strike. Little nubber out front. The cut fastball, and the count is 3-2. Rarely does he get that much on top of a breaking ball. That had a little 2 pitches ago. Burt Blyleven in it. Mike Witt. You can see where Danny is. Just no base runners. That's basically what that means. Walks and hits per inning pitched, less than 1.
Do hit by pitches count in that?
No. Cut fastball again. No surprise, he doubled up on him there. Dan Heron, incredible again out of the gates. Talked about coming on the air. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, and there is certainly a wrinkle in it at the very top. Southwest Airlines brings it to you. Not Felipe, but Miguel Montero. We'll hear from the skipper about why in a bit. Justin Upton, Mark Reynolds, Eric Burns has been on a roll. Josh Weitzel is not. Looking forward to seeing if he can get going. Chris Young, Augie Ojeda, and Dan Heron. Micah Owings, we know him well, out of Gainesville, Georgia. The D-backs, third-round pick in 2005, acquired by the Reds last year, an ERA of a little bit over 5. Talking with Micah yesterday, and that's a good thought, no doubt. He provided these fans some fabulous memories.
They loved him.
Everybody
loves the pitcher that can hit home runs.
Yes.
You know, I mean, and bombs.
You know what I liked about him?
He hits tape measure home runs. What'd you like about him?
He pitched in.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't always successful for him.
I love the way this kid competes. You know, those numbers are certainly not dazzling, but he fears nobody.
The 2-1. Good pitch over the outside. 2-2. Now as for Felipe, hitting .323, and you can see what he has done at the top of the order. Best in the game as a leadoff hitter with regard to batting average. Pitches away, his on base percentage this year is at .383. And in the I'm going to show you homestand, meaning Washington and Cincinnati, is
yes.
a couple of former clubs. He is raking. He has 8 hits in his last 4 games. Bouncing ball, not this time. It is gobbled up and in time for the out, 1 away. Defensively, the Reds look like this. Nix, Taveras, and Bruce. Rosales, Hairston, Phillips. Who's at first for the Cincinnati Reds, Mark Grace? Who is that?
That's a guy that I like to call Joey Votto.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say.
Man.
We're going to hear from him tonight, Mark Grace.
I can't wait.
Based upon your passion for the way he goes about his business. By the way, Ramon Hernandez catches.
Yes, that's a ball player.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Votto. Used to say that about Micah Owings. He's still a ball player. He's just not with the Diamondbacks. And that's one of the best compliments I can give Darren Sutton. He's a ball player.
The 1-0. Bouncing ball to the right side. Double up out there. Brandon Phillips, the skipper, A.J. Hinch, speaking as to why Miguel Montero is in the 2 spot tonight.
He's number 1. He's been swinging the bat pretty well. He plays with a lot of energy. And it's also, I think it's good to give a pitcher a different look every now and then. You know, getting a lefty in the 2-hole against Owings is something I like. I like the matchup. And giving him his sight line so the guy can't fall into a rhythm of seeing a right-handed hitter up there for the first 4 or 5 hitters that we've had.
And certainly he's right. He's been on a roll in his last 11 games as Upton takes in. Montero hitting .344. Unfortunately, that pales in comparison to what this young man has been doing of late for A.J. Hinch and the Diamondbacks. Justin in the middle of an 18-game hitting streak. He has been on base 35 times during that hitting streak. 25 hits and 10 walks. And that slider, did it get him? He's saying, now wait a minute, that got me. 2-0 the count. And this is impressive.
That's a great shot there.
It's a fun battle, huh, these two?
Oh, yeah, they know each other very well. Micah came along the Diamondback system a little bit earlier than Justin, but they certainly know each other very well and respect each other very much.
The 2-1. Underneath, elbow underneath that changeup.
That was a changeup, yeah, that's that elbow first. Hurts to watch.
Three and 1. Another one.
Slider. That was the slider.
Full count, 2 outs. Mark Reynolds waits on deck. So you're talking about 3 home run hitters, Upton and Reynolds and Owings in our conversation. On 3-2. Boy, he snuck a fastball by him. Upton fired up. Slams the bat and the helmet down. He wanted to get his old teammate. I like it, J.Up. dealers in the Valley. Arrowhead, Brown and Brown, and Superstition Springs in by Triple Hops Brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. Back at the ballpark. And again, angry because he struck out. I think angry because earlier on he thought he got hit by a pitch.
I think that on top of chasing a 3-2 fastball about a foot outside with a kind of an excuse me swing. I think all of it wrapped together led to a big old helmet slam.
He was hot. Jay Bruce and Justin Upton playing against one another, coming up the ranks. Justin talking about how much respect he has for his abilities. We were talking hitting yesterday before the game. And it will be Justin, if it all works out. They will put a 0 for 1 in the books as Bruce is retired. Out front there, he really backed off, and Bruce was fooled. Mark Grace.
Yes, sir.
Our key to the game is brought to you by Arrowhead, Brown and Brown, and Superstition Springs Chevy dealers. Determination. What a great word.
First of all, you're right. It is a great word, and I think it fits here. And I think that's what A.J. Hinch would like to see a lot of out of his ball club. You know, you come home from San Diego after L.A. San Diego, Milwaukee, L.A. San Diego, long trip, playing the Washington Nationals, Cincinnati Reds in front of your home crowd and in your home ballpark. Well, and up until tonight, you haven't played well. You're 1-3. This is where you make your hay. So it's time for the Arizona Diamondbacks to get determined that 13-20 is unacceptable. It's got to improve, and time to show a little determination. You like that?
I think it's a great key to the game. You know, when that word came up before the game, we were sitting up here thinking ahead to tonight's game and, you know, the upcoming few weeks. We started thinking about that word determination. And it comes out in all ways, shapes, and forms with different types of ball players. Well, Dan Herron, upon maybe a rare occasion in San Francisco, snapped a little bit, showed a little bit of anger. Otherwise, his determination's a bit more stoic, but he's determined. Individually, he is determined.
Oh, there's no question. You don't have to worry about it with number 15 on the mound.
Others are more fiery, but as a collective group, that is a great point off the glove of White. So Dan Herron to the bag. Felipe Lopez cleaning things up.
Well, that'll go down in your scorebook as the very common 3-4-1. There's the 3. Felipe Lopez hustling all the way, backing up just in case of a mishap. The mishap's there, and there's Dan Herron. He didn't give up on the play either.
Which is the other key.
Exactly.
You pitchers, you always are fielders once it leaves your hand. Have a place to be. Curveball. Strike one to Lance Nix. The Reds out on our fine scoreboard in center field. The smiling face of Lance Nix as that one is in. I like the graphics that they have set up, Mark Grace. If you look just to the right of the face there, Skyline Chili represented.
I like that. Cincinnati, famous for their Skyline Chili. That one's fouled back. The high fastball. This one was skylined. Built like a fire hydrant.
Yes, he is. 1-2.
Oh dear.
You be as strong as you want.
That boy can pitch.
He can pitch. You can lift the whole house. Still can't hit that splitter. course, Valley residents. And Derek Hall as well, our boss. Artie Moreno's a very good man. 1-0 the count to Mark Reynolds. Got a promo to do over there?
Well, not
Did
anymore.
I steal your thunder?
Not anymore. That's okay, as Mark Reynolds swings right through that one.
We got to give Artie Moreno some love.
Well, of course.
All right, just want to make sure you're all right.
There's Artie. Derek Hall. I'm just right behind Artie is a waffle cone, and that kind of had my attention.
Oh, waffle cone. I think a golfer as well, I'm told.
One of the best in the business.
1-1 the count. Let's see if we can sneak a peek.
Oh boy, Mark Reynolds has had 2 good pitches to hit. There's Tom Lehman.
Look at that.
Another Valley resident. That's Tom.
All right, I'm going to go sit down there now.
There's some big league food going on down in the owner's box.
That is
those are Darren's people.
Out tonight, you bet.
Oh, Artie Moreno, Tom Lehman. Food, gas, right by Mark Reynolds.
Come on, Gracie.
Ah, here it is. Folks, Sunday, May 24th, NASCAR on Fox heads to Charlotte, North Carolina, where Casey Kane, a.k.a. my guy, will try to defend his title against a field of the world's best drivers. Coverage of the Coca-Cola 600 from Charlotte begins Sunday, May 24th at 2 p.m. in high definition on Fox.
That's a great read.
Well, it felt good.
Eric Burns has felt good. He is up and over 200. In his last 4 games, he has 9 hits. That one in on the hands and into right field. And the play is made out there by Jay Bruce. Kind of a backup slider.
Well,
he gets some
Micah
funky
throws a
swings
lot of
on his
those.
slider, doesn't he?
He throws a lot of those. He gets underneath the baseball with his slider and his changeup. He gets that elbow first, and a lot of times he'll get underneath them and throw the backup slider. You just don't want to throw too many of those.
No. Josh Weitzel 1 for 17 here in the big leagues, 5 walks, so the on base is at 273. And he'll tell you, I didn't want to come here to walk. I want to hit. And he takes a fastball right over the outside corner. 0-1 the count.
Haven't been doing too much hitting up here at the major league level. Did a lot of hitting in AAA in Reno.
You bet. Huge year in AAA last year so far. A huge month in AAA this year.
He's not going to do much hitting at this level swinging at that. That was right in on his belly button. Took a full hack at it. Are you kidding me?
An uncomfortable protective swing there. Fastball is away.
Yeah.
This year he was hitting .356, 3 homers, 20 RBIs with 6 doubles. Loyola Marymount is where he played his college ball. North Carolina native. Pitches high, 2-2.
Now, if you're a pitcher, Darren, and you get a swing like that on that inside pitch from, wouldn't you go right back in there? Instead, he's tried to go away with a couple of pitches, missed. I mean, he's got to go back in there, doesn't he?
Breaking ball missed away. You could see at that point behind the plate Hernandez with a little decoy in, but then off speed, and it was away. Almost looked like a changeup as it tumbled in there.
Maybe a breaking ball, changeup, something off speed.
3-2. He went back in there. It was an off-speed pitch, but he was all over it. I mean, he wanted to swing at it.
I think a foot inside is Josh Weitzel's nitro zone. That's all you're going to do with that pitch, though, is pull it foul.
Josh, in 127 games last year, drove in 110 in AAA Tucson. Homered 26 times. Outside corner extended, strike 3. Hunter Wendelstedt saw it as a strike. What do you folks think?
Not even close.
19 this year. And he drills it. Deep right field. Pitch going back. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're tied!
You okay there, partner?
Boy, that was a lot of fun.
It was, wasn't it?
Text A, B, C, or D to 74499. The best hitting pitcher in the bigs, Micah Zambrano. Big Z, we like to call him up here. Giovanni Gallardo or Mike Hampton. And certainly look forward to hearing your thoughts.
What's your answer? I'm going Big Z.
I'd go with Carlos Zambrano.
Switch hitter, power from both sides, and that's taking nothing away from Micah.
Oh no, it's very close in my book.
I agree. I just think right now Zambrano, he's got 16 career home runs.
That one skitters on by. Todd Walsh, what do you have for us?
Hey, I can't talk too loud because I'm in the front row of the press box where I'm not supposed to be, where all the writers are. But can I just add, if there was a caveat to this list, I would say Carlos is the best hitting pitcher, but for the flair of dramatic, for the moment, you got to give it to Micah, don't you? Just in terms of drama, in his ability to come
Well, no.
You mean 2 ninth-inning homers?
Just
2 game-tying ninth-inning homers.
Well, that's kind of cool. You're
when
right.
no other pitcher as a pinch hitter had ever hit 1 in the last 50 years.
That's where I'd go.
Okay.
But that's not the poll question.
No, I understand.
And
I agree with you, though.
I think if Micah ever gets a year in, year out, every fifth day starter's job in the big leagues, I think he will become the best hitting pitcher in the majors. He just hasn't had that opportunity yet very often, Todd, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, Carlos changes your game plan, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He can change the game a variety of ways.
And also Carlos is a Cy Young candidate about year in and year out.
Mm-hmm.
Look forward to reading your column tomorrow, Todd.
Let me get to it. It was a dark and stormy night.
I love it when Todd goes symbolism on us.
Well, I thought that was Depeche Mode lyrics. That's what I thought that was. 3-2. Micah waits on deck as Todd weighs in with, I think, a very valid point about the drama of his heroics in this hitting. As he waits on deck, swinging that bat. Meantime, cut fastball that hung around the plate but still was a strike.
I thought it was a curveball that just didn't do much.
It was 86. That's the only reason why.
Okay, then I stand corrected.
I would debate it with you. Or gubya, as we like to say up here.
No. Used to that.
So to finish the thought and the drama, the only pitcher in the past half century to hit a game-tying pinch hit homer with 2 outs in the 9th inning is Micah Owings. This happened Sunday. He's got a bat flip too, doesn't he? This time, just
get out of here, ball! Oh! Todd? Is Todd around?
Yeah.
It's not, how about Big Z? How's Big Z looking?
It's the 3rd inning. I'm talking drama here.
You do have to be fair, Mark Grace, to pitchers who pitch against Micah, you have to throw it in. He's got a happy zone. He has a little step in the bucket, and you can beat him up. We saw that.
He likes the ball down. And he kind of likes the ball down and out over. But also, it's not easy to hit this guy, that being Dan Heron. I like Hunter Wendelstedt barking it out just like his old man used to when I was hitting. Except it was usually strike 3.
Oh, I see. A little bit high there. 1-1 the count to Willie Taveras. Taveras lined to right back in the 1st inning. Thinks about a bunt. Look at that curveball. I tell you, he's got a big downward biter going on tonight.
Well, that is a thing of beauty. That just buckled Willie Taveras.
The 1-2. Goodness. I guess up. 2-2 the count. Maybe a little bit on the higher side of that strike zone. The catch up with Dusty before the game. We'll hear a little bit from him. There's that cut fastball right over the top of it. Nasty. '93. What does he remember?
Bob Lillis he wouldn't tell me things. He would say like, how do you put it? Did you ever consider doing this or that? And I'm like, yes, I did. Or most of the time, no, I didn't. And so, that helped a lot. And, it's just a matter of getting out there and doing what you feel is natural, doing what you feel is right, not worrying about if anybody else is going to think is right or wrong, and just being yourself.
Of course, Bob Lillis, his Kurt Gibson, basically, his bench coach, correct?
And the key word, the last phrase is what did it for me. Just be yourself. Oh, my goodness. That's kind of the way, that kind of sums up the first month and a half for Chris Young right there. Swing and a miss, bat going flying, and almost killed his teammate Augie Ojeda on deck. I mean, that one just missed him.
Well, two things really that I see there. Fortunate he got out of the way, and fortunate it hit that small screen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would have gone into spectator area.
That would have gotten, I believe, all your friends down there in the owner's box.
Oh, well said, Mark Grace. 2-2 the count. Buried that one in. Right in his hands. Want to remind everyone to saddle up, enjoy a great seat up in the inside Diamond Club level for all-you-can-eat sections. It's a great deal. For just $30, you get a seat up there, and the whole family can enjoy unlimited hot dogs, popcorn, Pepsi, and chips. 602-514-8400. ebax.com/all-you-can-eat. Todd Walsh will be up there tomorrow. He'll be reporting.
Really?
Oh, you bet. We might have to pay him a visit. I don't think I want to get ripped out of that deal.
I might have to.
How does that happen?
Jog on up there.
Then we could walk on back. Augie lives to tell about his on-deck experience and runs the count to 1-1. 302, a pair of RBIs, and on base of 384. Into right field, a dying line drive and a base hit for Augie. Keeps on keeping on.
Every night. A couple or three things every night, be it offense, defense, base running, something to help the ball club win. Pulls his hands in nicely and just flips it out into right. Good stuff. That should set up a bunt here for Dan Herron.
Stephen Drew has had some nice work done in his absence. Pickoff throw, sneaking in behind there on what was clearly a planned play was Brandon Phillips.
Almost caught Low Bundy and Augie Ojeda napping. There comes Brandon Phillips. Hurry back there, Augie. Just in there. Well, dropping that knee like that, Brandon Phillips, a good way to separate a shoulder right there. Fortunately, Augie's okay. Rob Drake right on the call. Friend of the show. He was our Tough Guy Award winner last year, Rob Drake in Florida.
I remember that. Bunted, foul ball. And the count is 1-1. Oh, don't forget about scoring 6 runs and how much it means to all of us. You score 6, we all eat. You score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell is giving away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between the hours of 4 and 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations. That's a good thing. Rosales is in at third. Votto will charge it first. Outfield really shallow. And he's swinging it. Phillips. Now they're going to see what they can do with Augie, and this is a double play. Opted to go with the slash, and it burned the Diamondbacks that time. Hospital. This month, PCH is having a marathon donor recruitment campaign at Mayo Clinic on the 16th and the 17th of June, and at the Phoenix Children's Hospital on the 18th and 19th of June. For more info, go to www.bethematch.org. Again, it's bethematch.org or phoenixchildrens.com. Very, very important, and certainly honored to pass that along. Also want to remind all of you tomorrow night, if you use the Metro Light Rail and travel to and from Chase Field, plan extra time to get to the ballpark because of President Obama's commencement speech at ASU tomorrow evening. The light rail is expected to be at full capacity, maybe some interruptions of service near the campus if you're traveling from the East Valley. Hop online at valleymetro.org or for more information. Well, that wraps up a couple of, I almost feel like a public service announcer, but glad to do both. Back to baseball, and the pitch is a cut fastball that runs away to Jerry Hairston. Carpool, maybe carpool tomorrow night. You know, all get together if you like to ride the light rail, get some buddies, meet your neighbors. 1-1 the count. Don't be shy. Introduce yourself to a neighbor. Fastball and then a curveball. And then back to the cut fastball. 1-2 the count to Hairston.
Well, the cutter's really moving today.
It looks good coming in is the problem for the hitter, correct?
And Darren, you know, he just started getting confident enough to throw that not even a year ago.
Right.
Now it's almost a go-to pitch for him.
Line drive, base hit, ready for a fastball that he split the plate with. And so Hairston has been hit by a pitch and he singles. First hit of the ball game for Cincinnati. All right, Mark Grace, here is our Aflac trivia question tonight.
All right, what do we got? I'm ready.
Aflac!
There's our little buddy.
A lot of secret planning going on with this one. Name the 2 D-backs pitchers that hit home runs in the inaugural season. Here's Joey Votto. Breaking ball is high, 1-0 the count.
The only problem with me is I only know about one pitcher on that team, and that was Andy Bennis.
There you go. Big, strong guy. Nice job, Gracie.
Thank you.
All right. We'll let you folks at home guess the other one.
Couldn't tell.
Nope. Ooh, is that a clue?
Todd Stottlemyre? Because that's his brother Mel. Yeah, I'm sure Todd's watching or listening right now, and I know for a fact he didn't hit a home run that year. Willie Blair. Got to be Willie Blair.
Runner goes. The pitch is high. Throw by Montero. Not in time. And so a stolen base, the second for Hairston. He had one all year coming in. He's stolen twice on Miguel Montero. And again, very close.
Well, not just like that. Here come the Cincinnati Reds.
And the very dangerous Joey Votto. 3-1 the count as he spins him right out of there. He got Votto to fly to left field back in the first inning. Started on Wednesday and then missed 4 consecutive starts until he started last night. Prior to that, he had played every inning of every game. Leads the club in just about every offensive category.
Oh, baby, what a 3-1 breaking ball. Votto can't believe it. You know, that's just a get me over 3-1 breaking ball. Trying to throw it for a strike, not trying to get a swing, Darren.
Almost looked like an Arroyo breaking ball there. A little bit easier. Fastball, fly ball. Young is on the move, racing toward that triangle. He's got room. Well played by center fielder Chris Young. Oh, what a strong young man. He lets the ball travel so deep into his stance, and he nearly hit it out.
Young had a long way to go for that one. He was playing a bit to pull, but the ball was hit so high he had time with all those steps and that great speed. And you're right, he let the ball travel. He got the barrel of the bat on it. Not like Andrew Jones letting it travel. Reminds me a lot of Andrew, but Joey Votto, kind of the modern day Andrew Jones as far as letting the ball travel.
No, not really. Infield comes in on the left side. And Montero, can he find it? Yes, he can. It's funny talking to Votto before the game about his somewhat, I guess you call anti-Andrew Jones approach.
Yeah.
He said
Andrew was swinging right when the ball was leaving the fingers. He didn't let the ball travel.
Unfortunately, especially for him the last couple of years. You could throw the rosin bag up there.
I just got a text from Matt Williams.
Okay.
And he would like to give the answer for our trivia question of the inaugural home run besides Andy Bennis.
Okay.
Matt Williams, everybody, said Clint Sadowski. Oh, Matt, I'm sorry. But once again, you kind of came up empty like Brandon Phillips right there. Oh, Matty. That's too bad.
That's a great split-fingered fastball.
So, folks, it's not Clint Sadowski.
See, that was my guess, too. But I was a little shy about stepping out there. Now I'm glad I didn't.
You know, you would think Matt Williams would probably remember something like that, but what a shame.
Well, he won't be invited back. Oh, my. Did he go around there and just
he did.
knock it foul?
He hit it.
I mean, how
He
did
hit
he
it on a
little
bounce.
check swing on a bounce and knocked it foul?
You talk about survival. Yeah, he went around. He hit it. How about that staying alive?
One and two the count. That one bounced in there. 2-2 the count. He's thrown him a handful of split-fingered fastballs in a row.
I just got another
Uh-oh.
text from Matt Williams and his beautiful wife Erica, and he said Joel Adamson. I don't understand why Matt keeps sending me these texts.
I got a text now.
Who's it from?
Zeke. Line drive, base hit, RBI, Phillips, and it's 1-0.
That's how you play the game right there. Survival 2 pitches ago and get him in. Boy, that is pretty baseball right there. Yeah, I don't blame you, Brandon Phillips. That's a big time at bat.
So anyway, 1-0. The Reds lead the Diamondbacks with the RBI there by Phillips. As Gracie mentioned, a great at bat. 21 runs batted in. Greg Swindell wanting to step in and guess on the trivia question as you see our Firestone leaderboard. Justin Upton on that list since the later part of April. Zeke wants to guess Ricky Pickett.
I've never even heard of that guy.
That's his guess. Down off the end of the bat, he dumps it in there. And all the way to third, hustling in there with the tag safe. 2 consecutive days, Brandon Phillips has had his foot slammed on the gas and doing all he can do to push the Diamondback outfielders. That time it was Chris Young.
Boy, I can't get enough of watching this guy play baseball. Are you kidding me? And he still beat the throw from Chris Young. I think he surprised Chris Young a bit. And he got in there. Boy, look at these Cincinnati Reds play the game. Yeah. Great at bat, great base running. That was fun.
Well, the Reds hope the fun's not done. Here's Ramon Hernandez. Now in danger of throwing a couple of runs, or a crooked number as they like to call it, up on the board. Three hits for the Reds, just one for the Diamondbacks. That's inside, says Hunter Wendelstead behind home plate. Hernandez at 289 with a homer and 11 RBIs. He's hit safely in 4 or 5. His last 5 games, hitting .389.
Gas. Just challenged him and beat him.
He has rolled up 2 double plays this year, has Dan Herron. He wants to strike out now. And this is again where Miguel Montero stands in the spotlight. With that speed at third, and you know if it gets a couple of yards away from Montero, he's going to push it and head home. The 1-2. That one away. 2-2 the count. And we say that because of the split-fingered fastball. A strikeout pitch, but a pitch that when thrown really the way he wants to throw it is in the dirt.
Yeah, that's when he executes it the best. And he's going to need 2 here, that's for sure.
Runner is on the move. It's a fly ball to right. Justin Upton will square it up. Coming in to score, Ramon Hernandez with an RBI, his 12th of the year. Phillips and his aggressive base running come in and shake hands in that dugout.
Boy, Brandon Phillips drove in the first run with a great at-bat, and then with his wheels, single-handedly scored that one as well. Yeah, Dusty, you got a lot to be proud of with that young man right there. That's quality baseball.
You noticed a shot when he came in, a couple of his teammates were bowing to him as he came by.
Unbelievable. Taking extra bases like that. Knowing the scouting report, knowing that Chris Young has a slightly below average arm. He said heck with it.
Waited as long as he could on the breaking ball. 0-1 the count as he fouls it off. Nick struck out back in the 2nd inning. He's got a 3-game hitting streak. He is riding as well. Homered yesterday. Like he's putting on some track spikes, Brandon Phillips, and just taking off. Running the 400 meter all the way around the bases. And in the end, when you cross that finish line, you break the tape and you have teammates waiting for you.
Still got the third with that hesitation. Amazing.
Gets out, hits that sign. The Gila River Casinos hit it and win. $220,000 tonight goes the way of Matthew Morgan. And a very good thing. Visit dbacks.com/hit and win. 1 entry per person. $220,000. It goes up by $10,000 per night. Good luck. All right, time to get some base runners,
get
get
to
something
work.
going. Change up away, 2-0 the count.
I'm looking forward to our trivia answer because I just got a text from Matt Williams' son Jake, and he's sure that he's got the answer. Strike one right on the outside corner from Mike Owings. He's sure that it is Amari Telemaco.
Wow, Jake with a good guess.
What a good try, Jake. I see apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Equally bright is Jake Williams.
3-1 the count. Good guess, though.
It's a good guess.
And that one is high. It's a walk.
A 3-1 changeup.
Says, see, leave me alone.
I'm blowing up, he's saying. Good to have Matt and Erica here with us tonight. That was funny. They were kind of similarly dressed last evening.
Well, that'll happen. You know, you have a handful of things you like to wear. You can see how, as the game gets later, Micah has faded a bit this year. Montero, it's a foul ball.
And this is why A.J. Hinch wanted to put a left-handed stick here in the number 2 hole. Uh-oh, Joey Votto might have hurt himself. Boy, he doesn't look good at all.
But Dusty Baker racing out.
He looks almost woozy. I have no idea what could have happened to him. Maybe he's not feeling well. Okay, there's the foul ball. I just don't think I think he just took ill.
Fell faint.
He's been sick. He had missed 4 games with illness.
And we told you, we spoke with him today. We actually had a good conversation with him. Seemed fine then.
Boy. Well, you hope he's okay. That didn't look good, Darren.
It really didn't. Lightheaded, and you could tell he needed to lean on his skipper to get help going off the field. Ramon Hernandez is going to play first, it looks like.
You can see the concern on Dusty's face.
Boy, that's too bad.
Absolutely. Ready? Okay, that's the long fly ball.
Grabbing for some air on an easy jog there.
Yeah, he's trying to get some air, maybe a rib or something like that. Maybe strained a rib or something to that effect. That'll affect your breathing. I don't know. I just hope he's all right. That's too bad. And boy, the Cincinnati Reds are going to need that young man if they're going to make a push in a tough Central Division.
Ryan Hannigan will move behind the plate, and he will catch.
Moving from catcher to first base, number 55, Ramon Hernandez.
And Ramon Hernandez.
Number 29, Ryan Hannigan.
He started 4 games, by the way. Ramon Hernandez did last year when Votto was out with the flu. And entered the season with only 1 career start at first base. It was last year.
Well, let's just hope for good news from the Cincinnati clubhouse on Joey Votto.
And As soon as we find out, we certainly will let you know. Heck, I called up here, Mark Grace. It was funny. I called up here, told you how much I enjoyed the things he had to say about baseball. Because I know you like watching him play.
Love watching him play.
Oh, and 1 the count. Just a few tosses over there for Ramon to break that first baseman's glove in. To right field it goes. Jay Bruce is there. I think I just got a text just in time here to answer that trivia question.
Who's it from?
From former Diamondback and school teacher Brent Brady. Dropped me a text. He's going to guess Greg Olson as the other one. So let's see if he's right. Hey, Brent, great job. Look at that. Andy Bennis and Greg Olson.
And you got that from Brent Brady.
Just dropped it in.
Good to see you have our old friend Brent Brady on speed dial.
Just before, I got another text again from Greg Swindell. He took a good shot at Bob Walcott. Obviously, that was incorrect.
Jersey Bob.
Yeah.
That was wrong, huh?
Runner on the move. The throw into center field. Lopez will stay put. Stolen base there for Felipe, his 4th of the year.
Well, that's what you have to do when you got a brand new catcher that's not loose. Go out there and take some chances. Felipe easily stole it. You saw the very poor throw from Hannigan. Look out.
Folks, I cannot tell a tall tale. Greg Swindell actually got it right a long, long time ago.
Did he?
But Scott Snyder kept feeding me false names. But Matt was wrong.
I have a story to tell as well. You know those texts I was getting from Matt Williams? I was getting them from Matt Williams.
He was wrong.
Those were his guesses. He was 100% wrong, and so is his son Jake.
Okay.
Now Justin Upton, representing the tying run, a base hit'll cut this lead in half. Diamondbacks need something to happen here offensively. They've only got 1 hit here through 3 1/3 innings.
In on his hands. Will they get a little bit of luck? Nope. A fabulous play there. It's made by Hairston.
Boy, that was a terrific play.
By the way, a terrific pitch as well. Fastball in. Or was that one of those hovercraft sliders?
I think it was just his fastball that he got underneath and it just ran back in on him.
Here's Mark Reynolds. Reynolds struck out back in the 2nd inning. Micah Owings came in 5 starts, 2 and 3 with a 5.08 ERA. A little bit of 2-out noise certainly would be encouraging. There's a slider. 0-1 to count. Micah this year with no one on base has opponents hitting .258 this year. Prior to the game, with runners in scoring position, .375.
Well, if you're D-back hitters, you're licking your chops in these situations. If you're Mark Reynolds, you're just trying to put a good quick swing on a baseball. And when it hits his barrel, it tends to go a long ways.
Pitch number 50 about to come home. Breaking ball, 1-2 the count over the top of the Micah Owings slider. Owings in his last 2 starts at Pittsburgh and then against Milwaukee had given up 10 runs combined in those 2. Side wheels that fastball, and the count 2-2. 3 starts ago against his hometown team, the team that he certainly cheered for and had huge moments against as a Diamondback, the Braves. He beat them. Went 7, gave up 1 run. That one is away. 3-2 the count. Micah takes a long. He is starting to be deliberate, slow things down, wants to make the pitch of the game so far against Mark Reynolds. Must be wild to know your teammates so well and then to face them as ex-teammates. 3-2, he lost it. It's ball 4. So now Eric Burns, these Diamondbacks, as we told you coming on the air, have a different look for Dusty Baker as he prepared for a team that had Connor Jackson on the team, and at that point not Stephen Drew, but Connor going on the disabled list, really feeling under the weather, not able to do anything. Testing, trying to figure out what it is. Stephen Drew activated, Korecki down. Clay Zavada, a great story. Called up from Mobile, was in an independent league baseball to start last season. And then it is expected, various reports having Gerardo Parra coming to the big leagues tomorrow to join the Diamondbacks. One of the top prospects in the Diamondback system from Double-A.
We're hearing that, aren't we?
Pop that one up. The count to Burns, and of course Brian Augenstein will be pitching tomorrow for the Diamondbacks, his major league debut as a starter up from Double-A. So a fluid situation these days with the roster. The 0-1 in, and the count is 1-1. Yeah, with Augenstein, looking forward to getting to see him work. A Florida Gator, big kid. Good hard sinker, a slider, and a changeup. You see the work he did last year in A-ball and then here this year in Double-A. 7th round pick of the Diamondbacks.
Look at the numbers in 08. 9 walks, 69 strikeouts, and 87 innings. Man.
He's arriving in town this evening. Had a good night's
see lots
rest.
of strikes. That's good for a young arm. You like to see that.
Bouncing ball. Rosales racing to the bag and in time for the out. Michael works out of it. The Diamondbacks fail to come up with a timely hit. Outdoor Sports pool cam and taking a ride. Enjoying some swim time, no doubt about it. Back to work. Dan Herron trailing it 2-0. And first pitch swinging, Rosales, fly ball. Center field, Chris Young puts it away. Brandon Phillips drove in a run in the 4th inning on a great at bat, fouled off a pitch that actually bounced and just hung around. Then aggressively ran the bases and scored on a sac fly from Ramon Hernandez. So 2 RBIs in that inning. Also, if you're just joining us, Joey Votto left the game, an apparent illness that struck him very quickly. Almost appeared faint, had to be helped off by his trainer and his manager. And as soon as we know, you'll know. Here's Micah. And he flips that one into the seats. Owings grounded out back in the 3rd inning. And that one is lifted into the seats. 43 hits in the major leagues, a .327 average. 6 home runs in the big leagues. And the count is 0-2. Keeps him out front and reaching there. See if we can retire the hitter that has the respect of all of his teammates as hitters, even though he's a man on the mound. Split-fingered fastball, not interested.
No, Mike Owings, the pitcher's been awfully good tonight. 4 scoreless innings, only 1 hit for the Diamondbacks.
A lot of space in left center field. Bouncing ball to short. Though Votto has left the game, he certainly has a lot of respect for a pitcher who can hit like Micah Owings. Let's listen.
He's shockingly good. The other day when he hit that home run in the bottom of the 9th inning, not only did that, show poise, but it showed tremendous ability. And he's impressive, man. I can't get over how good of a hitter he is for someone who, takes such great batting practice, and you think he's just kind of one of those show hitters, hits at 5 o'clock, hits the ball a long way, but, he battled with 2 strikes, and, I don't think I've seen him make an out yet, which is pretty impressive.
Well, he just made one there, but that's some respect from
Haven't
a
seen
great
him make
hitter.
an out yet.
Into center field. Well, we could say that about Willie Taveras before tonight. He did not make an out last night with 5 hits, and he finally does there. Could you hear that hint of a Canadian tone to how he presented his answer?
Up north, Derry.
We just hope he feels all right.
Yeah. Nice. He's one of those young players that I can add to the list of guys I would pay to watch play baseball.
That, by the way, is a 13-game hitting streak for Taveras.
He should be on the move.
There he goes. Montero with another chance to throw. Not in time. The Reds 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts against the battery of Herron and Montero tonight. Taveras 9 stolen bases. He's been caught just once.
Now Montero gets a good pitch to throw on. Makes a pretty good throw. Just in there was Taveras.
All 3 have been right there with regard to how close they've been. One of them actually, the
first one. He was out. Yeah,
he got Hairston. Speaking of Hairston, now a breaking ball is high. 2-0 the count. Bouncing ball, Augie O'Haley. In time for the out. Dan Herron works right through it. Let's see if his team has some support. Arizona. Don't forget to take a peek up high. Look on top of your roof as we take a look at our roof, the APS rooftop solar cam, and take a look up top of your home and install solar panels if you are able. And certainly you will see benefits very, very soon. Josh Weitzel. All right, Gracie. Time to get going.
You about ready for some offense?
Just about.
Okay. Me too.
Weitzel struck out looking on a pitch that was a foot away, but
yeah,
he didn't know what to make of it. Change up, and it's outside. 1-1 the count to Weitzel. 1 for 18 now in the big leagues. Play him to pull in the outfield pretty dramatically. And it's fouled off. 1-2 the count. Mike in 2008 made 18 starts for Arizona with 6-9, had a 5.93 ERA. In 07, he was 8-8, had a 4.30 ERA. He pitched well, pitched and won some big games in 07.
Huge games. I remember a game in Pittsburgh.
Me too.
Down the stretch.
Before the team went to Colorado, a day game. And I believe he had a couple of doubles in that game.
I was going to say, he might have had 4 hits that game.
And that was a very, very memorable outing. A key part of this 2007 club. Outside with that one. Three and 2. Hot shot, gobbled up by the catcher playing first base. Funny what happens when you move to first base, how quick on your feet you become.
Very athletic.
Look for the new Value Items logo at Chase Field for big savings on ticket, merchandising, and concessions. Get a ticket for just $5. Hot dog or popcorn for $1.50 and a $4 beer. Tons of value items. I always add that in, by the way, because it's accurate. Not written in here. It needs to be on here. Tons of value items around Chase Field. Just look for the logo. 602-514-8400 or dbacks.com/value. It needs to be on there, right? The $4 beer.
That's half price, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
$4. I believe it's a 14-ounce beer.
Have those extra 2.
See?
It's a big league.
That's a can and a swig. The 0-1 is a changeup. Let's bring Todd Walsh in with a little bit more on Micah Owings. Todd?
Guys, I'm just remembering last year during his struggles and how open and honest and candid Micah was in talking to us. That was an easy out to right field for Chris Young. But you could just see it on his face, but he never shied away from dealing with it publicly, and I think that's the most enduring thing that I'll take with me about Micah. I remember the day he was sent down. I remember being, running over from the hotel to the ballpark to talk to him. He just handled it head on. Knew he had struggled, knew he had to go do something about it, had to fix it if he was going to come back, no matter where he came back.
And that's why Micah Owings is a joy to manage. He's accountable. That's all you can ask for as a manager is have your players be accountable. That would be rule 1.
Popped up. And a great memory, Todd. Just as much as the great outings in Pittsburgh. Key outings is what a class act he is. The box. Brandon Phillips all over the base paths. Once he left the box, it was fun to watch.
First to third on a shallow ball to center field after hesitating to make sure it wasn't caught. Amazing.
And he scored on a sac fly, let it be known.
Yeah.
Here is Ryan Hannigan, who came on when Joey Votto left the game. And a cut fastball is strike one. Dan Herron has got to be permitted to give up 2 runs in a ball game and win. His ERA is 1.84. He's 3-3.
Yeah.
But tonight, 2 runs appears to be a huge mountain to climb.
Oh, Diamondbacks have banged out 1 hit here this evening through 5 against Micah Owings, who came in with a pretty sturdy ERA, like around 5.
In Micah's 3 starts on the road this year, his ERA is 6.5. Breaking ball, fly ball, pretty well struck. Eric Burns, a step onto the track. He's got room. He hung it, but he got away with it.
Got away with it.
And here he is, Brandon Phillips.
Well, he has been the offense tonight. He's driven 1 in and scored the other one. Enough said.
The Reds in the month of May hitting .308, number 1 in Major League Baseball. Second best slugging percentage in the game in the month of May. Over 6 runs per game this month. About a week and a half worth of games. It's a good team. The 0-1. Cut fastball underneath it a bit. 1-1 the count to Brandon Phillips. Club record for home runs by a second baseman with 30. He's got another one this year. He's got 6, trying to get to 30. Goodness, off the facing of the Friday's Front Row Sports Grill seating area. That scoreboard there. That ball was crushed. It's 3-0. Have a night.
He is having some kind of excellent night. This guy can play the game, boy. Cut fastball. Oh, are you kidding me? Did he lean on that one? Wow. Think he knew it? He got around the bases.
That one from Bruce. Line to left. Burns is there. He makes the play. He hit Dan Herron, then he hit Dan Herron. The name out there, the line, dented the name. The lighting is off now. That's the second time he hit him.
That name just took a beating twice. Boy.
It was funny. He uncoiled, he leaned on it. But once he got back together, he took off, put his head down, and ran. Here's Ramon Hernandez, who has moved to first base. 3-0. Cincinnati leads it. Breaking ball, and it's a strike. 0-1 the count. The 4th home run given up this year by Dan Herron. Hernandez grounded out in the second, drove in a run on the sac fly. Shoots that one foul. Well, here about a week and a half ago, we saw a veteran, and salty veteran at that, Jason Kendall. Hernandez is quite a ways behind, but yet still since 2000, all the way up until this year, second to Kendall in starts in the major leagues. And it's a 2-part compliment. a huge compliment to Hernandez, who has played on a handful of teams, Oakland and Baltimore, now Cincinnati, and has played just about every day. He has 1,067 starts since 2000. Jason Kendall, 229 more, and he's first.
Over a year and a half more.
He got him there with a cut fastball. Oh, he got Hernandez. Brandon Phillips got him. Actually, twice. And he goes to work against his old mate, Dan Herron. And that summarized what has gone on thus far. Phillips and Micah, quite a duo.
One hit so far off of Micah Owings. That was by Augie Ojeda back in the third inning, but he was erased by a double play.
Ran the fastball in the count 0-2. Nice play made over there. How about that? And he held on to his
Held on to the nachos.
Well, that is. Yeah, that's why you bring a trade to the game, folks. Oh, no, that's a glove, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Topper. Owings. Off balance. Throws it away. Aaron will take a spin. Head to second. He's got time. He can back it down. So, a little bit of help. I'd imagine that's a single and an error. It is.
Well, Micah Owings, I think, forgot who was running. And he went for the old Dave Concepcion play instead of the Micah Owings play, and he ended up not even coming close to being Dave Concepcion. So you're right, Darren. It was a hit and an error. And the Diamondbacks in business, going to roll the lineup over.
Felipe Lopez just 1 for 17 this year with runners in scoring position. He's had a fabulous year except for in that one area. Let's see if he can turn that around. Well, looks like he just did. It's a base hit. It won't play to run, but certainly a hit that extends a rally. And for Felipe, that is his 9th hit on this homestand. This is game number 5.
Well, that was just a bolt right back up the box. Fastball, belt high down the middle. That's what you're supposed to do with it, Darren Sutton. Hit it like a rocket right back up the box and set up Miguel Montero and company and put yourself in position to have a big inning.
0-1 the count. Batting second as a starter for the first time in his career tonight. 11 hits in his last 11 ball games, hitting .344 during that time. A couple of those as pinch hitters. And that one is high. 1-1 the count to Montero. Now this is the inning. You're putting your feet on the gas a little bit more for Owens. Still fine with regard to pitch count at 73.
Well, I'm sorry, Darren. The last thing you want right here is a ground ball. Double play. You're looking for something you can hit out to the outfield at least. You want a big inning here. You don't want to settle for one. Pitcher did his job. He got a base hit. That turns the lineup over. The leadoff hitter, Felipe Lopez, as he's been doing all year, he did his job. Now the rest of the guys have to take care of business.
That pitch is high. 2-1 the count. Boy, did they have the scouting report on Miguel Montero when you look at the outfield. Pitch him away. He'll look to hit it the other way. Right center field gap wide open for business. The 2-1. He's not interested in that. They keep trying to get him up there. 3-1 the count.
Well, Miguel's a good low ball hitter. He doesn't really handle the high ball. Most left-handed hitters don't handle the high ball very well. Dusty doesn't like what he's seeing out there right now. I think he's going to go out and see what's going on. A lot of times you'll get a pitching coach go out there in these situations, but Dusty says, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to see if Mike is okay. There's Dick Pohl, their hitting coach. Former coach of mine. Good man, Dick Pohl.
I like this. I like when a manager has something stuck in his craw, a thought. He's the leader. It's his team. I really have always liked when a manager does that.
You know what, Dick Pohl, you're a very good pitching coach, but I'm going to go give the pep talk. I want him to hear what I had to say. I don't want it to be secondhand information.
Dusty let it be known yesterday about his fondness for Owens, too. There's another part of that story.
And it was a monologue. It wasn't a dialogue.
3-1. Popped him up. He threw in a changeup on 3-1. And a good one. Montero way out in front, hit it a mile high.
Good meeting, Dusty.
What a pitch.
Looks like it's probably going to be ball 4. No, it was just a changeup middle in right there to kill. Straight up the elevator shaft.
All right, Justin Upton, 0 for 2. Counting on that 18-game hitting streak right now as nice history here. Taken all the way. Had the bat on his shoulder. Left hand off the bat. 0-1.
I don't think I've ever seen that with a guy on third and less than 2 outs.
Puts himself in a small hole to start. 0-2. Now the hole's bigger.
These are the freebies. Guy on third, less than 2 out. These are the ones that you take care of because you don't really have to earn these RBIs. You just hit a ball on the ground somewhere. With Justin's speed, it's rarely a double play.
3 pitches.
And he just took 3 pitches and strikes out. Never got the bat off his shoulder.
Third baseman, Mark Reynolds.
This is the first pitch, just inexplicably taking all the way. Then a fastball on the outside corner, then a slider on the outside corner. So a pop out from Montero, and now a strikeout from Justin Upton. Now the pressure goes to Mr. Mark Reynolds.
He has struck out. He has walked. Broke his bat to right field. 3-0 Reds. The golden opportunity, and I mean golden. Just a half inning ago, and did they ever come up empty? And a frustrating inning to watch, I would imagine, for those three to be a part of. There were runners on first and third. There was nobody out. A pop-up, a strikeout, and a fly-out. And it's still 3-0.
Well, those are tough pills to swallow there. Pitcher starts it by getting a base hit. Your leadoff guy who's been terrific all year long. First, third, and then nothing.
Rocket shot into the seats, 0-1 the count. Bouncing ball, Weitzel to the bag. Again, as Gracie talked about, it was Heron with a single. He moved to second on an error. Lopez with a single, and then this is what followed.
Change up right down the middle. Montero, nothing. Justin Upton looked at 3 pitches and struck out. And then the fly ball to end the inning. And Micah Owings came in with a 5 ERA. 6 shutout innings, and frustration for the players, frustration for the fans. That was not Stephen Drew, they were saying after that inning.
No. We wish. He's back. He's healthy, which is good, but it's not. The good news is there are still opportunities, but that was a great opportunity. 1-1 to count to Rosales. The Arizona Diamondbacks since last September the 1st. As that one is grounded. Ojeda has a long throw to make. And there's a hit there by Rosales.
Well, there's some miscommunication there from the left side of the infield. Mark Reynolds went for it, stopped. Augie Ojeda was assuming that Reynolds was going to get the ball. He ended up backing up on the ball. Watch Ojeda. He thought Reynolds was going to get the ball. Dan Herron not getting a whole lot of aid tonight from his boys.
So let's see what he can do against Micah Owings. Micah is not bunted. And ouch, he fouls that one off his foot as he hobbles around.
He is a tough kid, but that hurts, and it hurts bad. And I think Dusty's going to have to come out and have a look-see, or at least his trainer. Let's see where it gets him. Was that the back knee?
Looked like it was. Not the shin. Let's see. Oh, boy.
Back kneecap. Oh, dear. It doesn't look like much at home, folks, but that really, really hurts. There's Johnny B. Take a look at his, at least tonight, star right-hander.
You bet. Don't forget, if you're traveling and can't catch the D-backs games right here on Fox Sports Arizona, Micah looking just fine. You can always watch from your computer like we do on the road at MLB.tv. Featuring live out-of-market games, plus any games you've missed. For more details, visit dbacks.com, where baseball is always on. Still trying to get it to where he can compete. Now he looks like he's ready. Hunter Wendelstedt giving him all the time he needs. Now he's ready to go. 0-1 the count. Maybe ask him to bunt now, huh?
I think he just might.
Let him push it and watch it and go back to the dugout.
Yeah. Dusty's got him a pretty good bullpen this year, too.
Well, especially the last couple of innings.
Man. From the left side, they got Arthur Rhodes, who has yet to give up an earned run this year. This year. David Weathers, veteran right-hander. He's got an ERA under 1. And then a closer you're familiar with.
Yeah, Coco Cordero just celebrated his 34th birthday. And he has a 2.57. No, he's not bunting. He's lining to left. Eric Burns is there to make the play. You kidding me? I'm not bunting.
Center fielder Willie Taveras.
And here is Willie Taveras. Nick Massett has also a right-hander, been in 11 games, a pitcher that has a 1.23 ERA. Mike Lincoln's had a tough go of it. Jared Burton has, but the rest have been good.
Real good.
Number 100 comes home from Dan Herron, and it is low. 1-0 the count as he works here in the 7th inning. Same two teams tomorrow. Johnny Cueto, who has a 1.59 ERA, takes on Brian Augenstein in his major league debut for the Diamondbacks. We'll have that one for you.
That's why you really wanted to get this one. You wanted to get this one with your ace on the hill. And the number 5 guy for the Cincinnati Reds in Micah Owings.
Topper. 7 innings, 3 runs allowed by Dan Herron. Let's see if there's some offense for him right around the corner.
Live. Lately, we know what we're going to get out of Dan Herron, a pretty decent start, and also out of the D-backs offense, we know we're going to get not a lot.
They haven't been doing much tonight. Got a couple base runners last inning, but couldn't capitalize, and we'll see if we can do it the rest of the game.
As we send it back to you guys, our text poll, the best hitting pitcher in all of baseball. Micah Owens, that guy never gives away an at-bat. We'll talk to you after the game.
Look forward to that. Let's see if the Diamondbacks can get their bats going against a pretty good hitter that's a darn good pitcher tonight. And a breaking ball and a dandy. And one would imagine this right-hander, this Georgia boy, feeling his oats right about now. I would be too. Certainly something to prove, and he has backed it up this evening. Eric 0 for 2, fly to right and grounded out to third. Out front, popped it up. Hannigan is there and he puts it away, 1 out. Here's Josh Weitzel. How's he done it tonight, Mark Grace? With regard to speaking about the success of Micah Owens, what have you seen?
Well, changing speeds, using his fastball, his changeup. Throwing strikes for the most part. A couple of walks tonight is all.
Mm-hmm.
And he's taking advantage of a very flat lineup tonight. Lineup just hasn't had a whole lot of pizzazz to it. We talked about it earlier. There's some pizzazz. Josh Weitzel, that's good to see. But we were talking about determination. Remember the key to the game?
Certainly.
Determination. Well, the last inning would have been really nice to see some of that. But you still got 8 big outs left. Time to turn it around, but I would imagine Dusty Baker got an opportunity to go to that good, solid bullpen here soon. Nobody up yet. This is a guy that's got to get it going, Chris Young. Two pop-ups tonight. And with the great speed he has, he got to get some balls on the ground, some line drives, some ground balls. Too many fly balls and pop-outs.
Line drive, leaping play by Hairston.
Nothing you can do there.
I was going to say that was not a pop-up at all. That was a laser beam and tough luck.
Shortstop, Augie Ojeda.
Augie Ojeda, switch hitter, batting left-handed. And that one is high. One and 0 the count. Singled back in the third inning and popped to short. Hot shot, gobbled up. 2 fabulous plays by the catcher, playing first base. The place of the fallen Joey Votto, still all red legs.
front row grill. And before we get to action here, John Roush on the mound, my man Will. Will, the Brandon Phillips home run, 452 feet. How hard was that thing coming in?
It's coming in hot, man. I was worried I was going to have to make a play on that bad boy, but
you let it go?
Let it go.
You had to, though.
I was worried my little brother behind me was going to push me over the edge to make a play.
Well, congratulations to you for sticking through it. And, guys, I don't know if you can still see me, but you see this little module here that's made by Daktronics?
We got you, yeah.
Okay. This is part of the LED ribbon scoreboard that goes almost all the way around here at Chase Field. Brandon Phillips broke the scoreboard. They're going to have to replace at least one of these babies, maybe two. They're $2,000 a piece, and I'm not going to drop this one.
Wow.
That's a bomb, 452 feet. And as Will said, as he was sitting here, it was coming in hot.
Yeah, it was coming in hot. $2,000. How many pieces, Todd?
I'm guessing it's more than one.
Harrison tries to split the gap, but Young is there to make the play. Now, whose paycheck is it coming out of? Mark's or mine?
Oh. Well, if it's like any other walk of life, probably mine.
I might, have to talk to Brandon after the game and see if he can't write a check.
I think he can.
Yeah.
He's going to tell you, nope, not going to do it. Day to day.
They are insured. I talked to Scott Geyer, who set me up with this module from Daktronics, fine American company.
You might want to take that on home.
I had thought
That's
about it.
Cool.
eBay is calling. Craigslist. All the usual suspects.
It is a fine American company based in South Dakota, I believe.
You have a high-speed internet connection.
No, actually, I've been to the home of Daktronics in Brookings, South Dakota.
There you go.
Thought I'd throw that in there. Chris Young
I
is
want to be
there
the first to congratulate you, Darren.
to make the play for the out.
Good to have Brookings, South Dakota here with us this evening.
John Roush, a couple of quick outs. Our Verizon wireless call to the bullpen.
Second baseman Brandon Phillips.
Slowly but surely tidying things up a little bit is John Roush.
Velocity up from spring training. Command has come along with it. Here's the aforementioned Brandon Phillips. He has had a great night. He'd tell you he didn't like the strikeout in the first, and he's probably right, but then he singled and single-handedly took over the base pads, earned a second run after driving in the first, and then he homered. You saw the broken scoreboard.
Yeah, made a visit to Brookings, South Dakota up there. Oh, dear. It really wasn't that close.
I would agree.
Let's take a look. Nah, not really. But Brandon's probably saying, Gracie, go ahead and you grab a bat and stand in there on Big John Roush and have one semi-bust your chin there. Right back in there he goes. Get it while it's fair, Josh Weitzel. There you go. Nice play.
He doubled up on him and took it to him. shot. Back at Chase Field. It's getting late at Chase Field, and the score is 3-0.
And there it is. I guess that's for Brandon Phillips, I guess.
Really?
I don't know. Well, we've seen Mike Owings. He certainly takes up for his players, but Ryan Roberts is hurting. I mean, he is really hurting.
So a pitch that was a good 6 inches away from a hitter.
Right,
then a pitch that got him out.
Right on the elbow. Now let's hope Ryan Roberts is okay. I mean, he immediately goes to a knee. His elbow tells him you are going no further. It really wasn't that bad what John Roush did. It might have looked bad from the dugout the way Brandon acted, but the pitch wasn't that close. So Dusty ran him out there to drill Ryan Roberts, and now he's going to take him out of the ball game. That's not that far in. That may have been a couple inches inside. Okay, now Mike Owings, he hit his spot. That's where he was trying to go. He was trying to hit him there. And Mike Owings got him. Now, if you're the Cincinnati Reds, you saw Brandon Phillips hit a long, long home run.
Sure.
Okay? Ryan Roberts is going to have to come out of the game, by the way. I mean, he may have broke his elbow. Because that is one tough kid, Ryan Roberts.
There's no doubt about that.
I mean, he is one of the tougher kids you'll ever meet. For him to walk off a baseball field, he's hurting. He is in some real, real pain. Now, back to the situation. And from the dugout, the way Brandon Phillips acted as far as that pitch being, it was a little bit high and a little bit tight. It wasn't a neck ball, or it wasn't a knockdown pitch at all. But Brandon Phillips made it look like it was. So I think maybe to the guys in the dugout, they were thinking, oh, John Roush was buzzing the tower of Brandon Phillips.
Into right center field. You want to even the score? That's a good way to start. That shouldn't be all, though. That one up against the wall. Wilson on around. 3-1 the score. I'm all about you finishing your thought, my friend. That's a fine RBI. Still down by a pair.
And by the way, Felipe Lopez has been incredible this first month and a half. That said, so now when your player and your star player, Brandon Phillips, certainly a terrific player, acts like that, he probably still thinks it was way up and in. And then the next pitch came right back in there, backed him off, hit his bat, and made him out, and got him out. I would imagine Micah and/or some people in that dugout were thinking, all right, they're trying to pay back Brandon Phillips for hitting that long home run. Me personally, I don't think John Roush was trying to hit Brandon Phillips. I don't think he was even close to hitting Brandon Phillips. Bottom line is, if he swung at it, it probably wasn't a pitch that was that bad. He couldn't have thought it was too bad if he took a whack at it. Does that make sense?
It makes all the sense in the world.
So Michael Owings came out and drilled with the very first pitch of the inning, Ryan Roberts. And that's my explanation for it. I think it's absolutely wrong on the Cincinnati Reds' part to go out and hit Ryan Roberts right there. And I would be shocked if there wasn't retaliation. I would be shocked.
So stay tuned.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Donnybrook.
Maybe about time for this club. That one is fouled off.
Wouldn't mind seeing it at all. I'd never seen these guys empty them.
Maybe next time A.J. Hinch can run an extension cord out to the mound and plug a pitching machine in for Brandon Phillips so it can go right down the middle for him. Maybe then that will work better for him next time. Wouldn't want to upset him next time. 2-1 the count. 2-2. Sorry.
And no, you're fine, Darren. But I'm just, I don't know what was said after. Brandon Phillips never left home plate when he made the final out. I don't know what was said in the dugout. Maybe him and Owings on the way out to the mound might have had something to say with Brandon Phillips, like, "Hey, was he throwing at you?" We don't know what was said. We don't know what's going through the big fella's mind, what he was trying. I think he was just trying to get Brandon Phillips out.
He's trying to maybe pitch in a little bit, not hit him.
Yeah, and I think if Brandon and the Cincinnati Reds see that second pitch, they're going to see it really wasn't that bad. It was maybe a little bit up and maybe a couple inches inside, which is certainly part of the game.
Fly ball right field. And the play is made out there by Jay Bruce. Our Nova Home Loans in-game box score. Then you see the damage done certainly by Felipe Lopez. It's been a tough night for his mates on down the line.
Yeah, Felipe keeps getting on base, and his boys keep stranding him.
brought to you by our good friends with Miller Lite. Johnny Cueto has been absolutely spectacular this year. Ryan Augenstein has been the same, but in Double-A. He makes his major league debut. A lot of reason to watch tomorrow night, no doubt about it. David Weathers, he was telling us before the game on Verizon Wireless call of the bullpen that, I don't know, I might be hanging it up sometime soon. Not if you're pitching like this, they'll keep giving you the uniform.
You got that right. He's been terrific.
Always been a good sinker guy, correct?
Sinkers and sliders. Justin Upton taking another called strike.
That is 4 in succession for Upton.
Maybe his last chance to extend that streak, Darren Sutton.
You're right, and it stands at 18 games. One and one the count. So when Weathers is right, he is tough to lift and to drive. And he is a guy that, if you're Upton, much better served using the right side. Driving it to the right side. Took a shot that way, and it's fouled off.
Yeah. Weathers doesn't throw as hard as he used to. You know, in the mid-80s now. But he still gets out there. No fear. Hits corners. Justin Upton the tying run. Here with one out in the 8th.
Let's see if these Diamondbacks can take up for their teammate Ryan Roberts.
Let's hope so. It's too bad what happened to him.
The 2-2. 2 outs. Want to remind everyone to get 10 D-backs game tickets for just $120. A ticket pack comes with a free fries gift card. Piece it together however you want. Call 602-462-4600 or visit dbacks.com. Here's Mark Reynolds. Boy, right on the outside, 0-1 the count. Hey, if it's only 87, but it moves and it's painted like that, you're just fine.
Not much you can do with that. Justin Upton saw some tough pitches. Mark Reynolds gets strike one in a tough way, I guess you could say.
Nearly got that call. It was up, though. 1-1 the count. Reynolds struck out in the 2nd inning. Walked in the 4th and flied to right. Two and 1. That's outside. You could hear Hunter Wendelstedt.
And that just takes all the guesswork out of it for Weathers. Weathers wanted it, but Wendelstedt told him, nope, that's outside. You can't go that far out.
The 2-1. 3-1 the count. Eric Burns waits on deck.
Bottom line, and I'm going to be done with it, Darren. I fully think that Micah Owings was protecting. He felt like he was protecting his teammate. That's what I think. We know Micah Owings. We know what kind of kid he is.
There's no doubt.
We like Micah Owings. I don't think there was any intent on the Diamondbacks' part, but I think the Cincinnati Reds might have thought there was. So there you have it. And I'd be shocked if that was it.
And so we'll see. 3-2, 2 outs. There we go. A walk and a fine at bat there by Mark Reynolds. He has walked twice tonight.
I think I'd like to see a lot of Diamondback players maybe go take a look at the pain that Ryan Roberts, their teammate, is in. And that big old baseball with seam marks that he's got on his elbow. Maybe get determination out of that. Now Eric Burns representing the go-ahead run here. He's been hot. Struggled tonight, 0 for 3. Got a slider, it stayed right there for strike 1.
Pop to the catcher, grounded out to third, and fly to right. Couple of runners on. Eric, mind you, came in with 9 hits in his last 4 games, 5 RBIs as well. That one is away. 1-1 the count. Ball's warming in case Burns hits one in the seats.
That'd be kind of groovy.
Or maybe even a double in the gap to tie it. Maybe bring in Qualls in a tie ball game and go for the win.
At home, that's not a bad idea. Oh, he got a hanging slider there and fouled it back. Those are the mistakes you get late in the game that you hate to let a pitcher get away with it. Oh, baby.
The 1-2 pitch. Protecting, reaches out, pokes that one into the seats. We'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Four games in succession of 2 hits, 2 hits, 2 hits, and 3 hits for Burns. He could have just won here in the 8th inning and have it mean as much as all the others.
You see this late rally and you just, if you're the Diamondbacks, wish you could have found a way to scratch a run across a couple innings ago when you had first and third, nobody out, and you failed to scratch. That was in the bottom of the 6th.
That's
I'm sorry,
right.
Darren.
No, I was going to just follow it up in the 6th inning.
Those runs looking kind of big now.
Fly ball center field. They get one. It was Ryan Roberts. They were running for him. He was drilled by Micah Owings before he left the game. We'll see. Way too far, though. A check swing. He grounded out to first. An eye out to the mound. Micah Owings evened the score. He was then removed from the ball game. Roberts had to leave the game. It was the last batter Micah Owings faced. And Scott Schoenweiss goes to work. A Verizon Wireless call to the game. (16 appearances, 243 opponent's batting average. Jay Bruce is who he will face to start things off. Chris Snyder is now the catcher. Two and 0. Bruce singled back in the 4th inning. Two and 1 the count to Jay Bruce. Ramon Hernandez waits on deck. Two balls and 2 strikes to count. Micah Owings went 7 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 earned run. He struck out 4. Dan Herron went 7 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. He struck out 5. On 2-2 to right field and into the corner. That one goes, and it's foul, shy of home run distance.
Nice grab down there by the man in black. Nothing so far from the Diamondbacks on their end. Oh, Brian Roberts is okay. That kills me.
1 out. Bruce goes down on strikes.
Good slider there from Schoenweiss. Jay Bruce way out in front. See if A.J. Hinch decides to stay with Schoenweiss against the right-handed hitter. Looks like he's going to. Left-handed hitting Lance Nix on deck.
Coco Cordero warms in the pen. Sounds like he's warm.
That sounded like a cannon shot.
In on the hands, Felipe Lopez. 2 outs.
Left fielder Lance Nix.
That couple managing to make it through their evening despite having dueling names. Tonight's 2 starting pitchers. It's certainly a Diamondback favorite on the left when he was here. Not sure about now. 2 outs. Here is Nix.
1, 2, 3. Go the Cincinnati Reds.
All smiles in the other dugout. performer. Came into the ballpark against his old club and really took it to him, Micah Owings. I'm sure he certainly had something to prove. He only allowed 1 run when he was working in the ball game, because you see, not only did he pitch well against the Diamondbacks, the final hitter he faced, he knocked out of the baseball game by hitting Ryan Roberts, apparently to even the score with 2 inside fastballs to Brandon Phillips. He was fabulous, though, against his old club.
Evidently, the Diamondbacks didn't think there was any shenanigans or any dirty pool. I think the Diamondbacks and you and I disagree.
We'll see what's discussed after the game and how the game is played out tomorrow as well. Another game left in this series. Meantime, let's see what Arizona can do to retaliate with their bats here in the bottom of the 9th. Oh my goodness. You always are reminded about that rocket right arm. Strike 1. Coco Cordero.
One of the best in the business.
He is on some kind of a roll. As a matter of fact, you see the work he has done this year. What were you doing last July when you were maybe vacationing? Maybe on a boat somewhere in a lake last July. That's the last time he blew a save. July 21st, he is 23 of his last 23, 1 out.
Now batting center fielder Chris Young.
Chris Young 0 for 3. One and 0 the count. Cordero last year saved 34. The year before that saved 44 in Milwaukee. Ground ball, fabulous play by Hairston. In time, they got it. 2 outs. A great play and a fine dig again by the catcher, playing first in Ramon Hernandez in place of the fallen Joey Votto. He's made 2 fine plays on batted balls, that one on a thrown ball.
Terrific play on both ends. Hairston with the grab, then the low toss, and look at the beautiful pickup over there by Hernandez to get the out. Cincinnati 1 out away from hurting these D-backs on the scoreboard and putting their super sub possibly on the disabled list.
Oh, and 1 the count to Augie Ojeda. Augie tonight singled, popped to short, grounded out to first. Base hit left side. And now Stephen Drew, who has spent the last couple of weeks on the disabled list.
Augie Ojeda. Right. You want grit and determination, you just look at Augie Ojeda. Keeps it alive. Stephen Drew, good to have him back.
After compiling more extra base hits than any shortstop in the big leagues last year, a slower start this year offensively for Steven. Interesting that nailed the inside corner, a slider to start him off. A good pitch. Oh, he called it in. He called that one in. He looked to raise the right arm.
I thought I saw the right arm go up. And
that one is a strike.
That one makes up for it. Oh, I fell for the decoy.
All right, so that was a ball, the first pitch. 1-1 the count.
1-1, folks. It's now 2-1.
2 balls and 1 strike to count, 2 outs.
Three and 1. Well, there's your tying run right there. Stephen Drew, a 3-1 count. He should get a fastball from Cordero. We know Stephen Drew is a very good fastball hitter. If he gets something in the zone, he can swing it big. He swung it big and came up empty, and Cordero thinks that's strike 3. He thought the umpire, yeah.
He celebrated that strike. He really did. He was.
Yeah, he thought he got the save. And now he's looking and wait a minute. Yeah, what's Cordero? Yeah, thank you, Lord. Coco? No. Gotta. Oh, my bad. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Coco? All right, here we go, Stephen Drew.
That is ball 4. Very different situation. Here's Felipe Lopez. Now, with pretty good speed on the base paths, no doubt about it. Doesn't have to leave the ballpark. You find a gap, and that's why, boy, look at those Reds outfielders. They may as well be sitting in the bleachers. They are deep. Felipe Lopez in his career 2 for 5 against Cordero. Last time he faced him last year, singled against him.
All right, Felipe. On base 3 more times here this evening. Coming into this at bat, hitting .331. A good fastball on the outside corner at 96 miles an hour. Not going to hit a home run on that pitch, Dean.
Wins the ball game as the first baseman. That is 4, count them, 4 huge plays in place of Joey Votto. 3-1 the final score. Their old pitcher comes home. He beats him.